So remember, this is written in the form y equals a cosine or sine. So this particular one is sine, so it doesn't really matter. Times b of b times x is what I meant to say. Well, when it says determine the period, we're only worried about b because the period is equal to 2 pi over b. A doesn't really matter because it's not asking us about a. In other words, for this one, for this first one, a is -1, but we really don't care. So for the first one, we're just going to say 2 pi divided by b, but b is just this number in front of the x, which is actually 6 pi. Well, the pi's will cancel. 2 over 6 reduces down to 1/3. Let's see if we're right. We go into Desmos. I'm going to close out all of these graphs, and I'm going to type in negative sine of 6 pi x. I'm going to zoom in here. Now on this one, the period starts here at the origin, and it goes down 1, up 1, and it comes right over here. So the period, or if you go from hump to hump, but this one's easier because it goes from 0 to 0.3 repeating. What's 0.3 repeating? 1/3. So we know that that one's right. The period of that is 1/3. That's for A. Now if we do B, it's still the same thing. Now notice it was flipped upside down though, right? That negative sign flipped this upside down. If I take that negative away, it'll go the other way, right? So the negative sign just flipped it upside down. For B, the period is still 2 pi over B, capital B. And that gives me 2 pi over -10, because B is -10, right? That reduces down to pi. Well, it's actually negative pi over 5. Okay. Now, a negative number, well, you'll see. The period is just 5 pi, but it flips it the other way. It flips it the other way. So if I go in here and I change this to sine, and I type in -10 x, it just kind of flips it the other way, but 0 to pi over 5. So the negative sign, it kind of does the same thing, right? It kind of, and that's, why is that? Do you guys remember why that is? What kind of function is sine? It's an odd function. So remember that when you take the negative of sine, it's the same as the negative of an x value. So if I were to type in negative sine of 10x, there, see how that's